so straight up, like how much do you make just off of YouTube or just like with your content
Yeah.
and AdSense, all that stuff?
So there's several revenue streams, right? So
Hmm.
as you start doing it for a while, you start to tap into them. So I would just say like
What audience are you trying to attract with the content that you're making right now?
oh man, that's a great question. I mean, I think right now I'm really trying to attract like pretty much I don't want to say everybody, but people who are like have been making music for a while and need some inspiration. You know what I mean? That's the main audience that I'm really trying to capture right now because I feel
Hmm.
like when I first started, I did more so of like explaining the process more in depth, but now I kind of evolved into like more so of a just kind of like a motivation type of process. You know what I mean? Just kind
Mm.
of like giving you clean, shots, showing you a little bit of the process. You know what I mean? Just trying to motivate you to like get up that day after watching that video to get to making music. So I would say mostly, people who've been making music for a little while just need that little extra juice. And then obviously the
Hmm.
rest all around it, beginners and whatnot. But mostly people who have just been in the game for a little bit, just needing that motivation.
And what do you think your content like? Why does your content stand out more than others?
Oh man, that's a loaded question, dog.
Hey
uh,
man.
I mean, look, I feel like YouTube is such a big ecosystem. So like, for example, I can have like 50,000 subscribers, right? And you could have 50,000 subscribers, and our audiences could be like completely different, even though we're doing like similar type of content. So I
Hmm.
just think it's my type of vibe that I was able to capture, a certain type of audience, if that makes sense. So,
Yeah.
like I know there's people that probably watch both. Uh, I know for a fact there's people that watch both of us, you know what I mean? But there's also a
Hmm.
whole lot of people that haven't heard of you that watch me, and a lot of people that haven't heard of me that watch you. So it's just like personalities, right? So I
Hmm.
just feel that you know the type of content that I'm doing now, there wasn't really a type of person that had like my kind of laid back, dark kind of vibe. So I was able to
Hmm.
captivate those kind of people that gravitate to more of that mellow, slower pace, type of vibe. So
Hmm.
if that makes sense, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I feel like YouTube is a hard game to play, especially in the producer niche. I don't feel like it's saturated or anything like that. I wouldn't say that, but for some reason you've had like some really good success on YouTube, I would say, because you grew pretty fast and you just cook up, you
Yeah.
just make beats, some fire beats, of course. And it's crazy just to see like that some people really resonate with it and
Right.
others, they just some people make content, other producers make content, but they don't see the same results that you have
Right.
seen. So it's interesting, and is there a reason why you're sticking to YouTube?
Because I tried everything else. Not, like YouTube has worked. You know what I mean? Like I've been doing it for a while. I've been doing it for a while now. I've tried everything. You know what I mean? I mean, obviously, at the end of the day, like it's all about the love for the music. But what has worked for me, like as far as captivating an audience and being able to get people tuned in, and people listening to my art has been YouTube. So it's like it's working and it bleeds into other areas as well, right? So it's like once you start to grow an audience, it's like other aspects start to pick up, right? Even if it's unintentional. Like, for example, I have a beat store set up that I don't really post to, but I still get beat sales. And that's because I have the
Hmm.
audience, right? And it's like now I'm connected with companies because I have the audience. You know what I mean? And even what's even crazier, like my beats are getting bigger, or not bigger, but better because like
Hmm.
I'm showing up every week, minus my little break that I had. But I'm showing up every week and trying to get better. And it's just like it bleeds into other areas. So I just love the energy that like I get back, that I'm putting out. It's like I get the energy back and it just bleeds into other areas. So that's why I stick to it because it's like it's keeping me like true and honest to like keep going on with the craft, if that makes sense.
Do you mind if we talk a little bit about your finances?
Ooh.
Like not like in detail, but like, just in the
I'm
YouTube
broke,
space.
bro. Nah. Oh
That's not what
yeah.
that. Hey, man, that's not
No,
what you told me last
absolutely.
time, man.
Yeah, yeah, of course, of course. Go for
All
it, man.
right, for sure. Like, so straight up, like, how much do you make just off of YouTube or just like with your content
Yeah.
and AdSense, all that stuff?
So there's several revenue streams, right? So
Hmm.
as you start doing it for a while, you start to tap into them. So I would just say like pre my break when I was like consistent, because obviously like the more you post, the more active you are, like you're gonna see more money, like more kind of there's ups and downs, but you'll kind of see a constant.
Hmm.
But so I'll kind of refer back to the time where I was like more consistent. So like last year, right before my
Hmm.
break. So I have like three main revenue streams. Number one, obviously, actually for me is affiliate links. And then I also have obviously views, and then I have one drum kit. So, you know, obviously there's a big market for that. I could tap into that, but those are my main three right now. So
Hmm.
as far as affiliate links, I want to say the average right now is like 1,000 a month. And that's not like,
Nice.
okay, Monday, January it's 1,000, February it's 1,000. It's not like that. It's like different months you can have like 1 month you make 3,000, right? 1 month you make
Mm-hmm.
500. But I'm just talking about like the average after 12 months, like you add it all up. It's like,
Right.
okay, what did I do for that year? So I would say it'd be like 1,000. And then as far as like views, man, like views are can I cuss on here? Views are a bitch.
Yeah, of course.
Oh man, so
I know they are. I know they are. Yes.
So when I was like really consistent, like, and I was actually just looking at this the other day, like 1,000 a month, roughly, like 1,000 a month.
Mhm.
But then after I stopped, you know what I mean, it dropped significantly, obviously. So, all of a sudden you're looking at 500, 400, 300. So it varies a lot. But, like when I was really consistent last year before my break, definitely was hitting that 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. It was cool. So that's for views. And then for drum kits, like, man, and I only have one kit and I don't even really push it that much.
Mm-hmm.
Easily like $500 a month. And that's like barely really pushing it. Because, I just recently started getting into sound design and all that. So it was kind of like I put out the first one. It was free. People loved it. I think that one went over 100,000 downloads, free downloads. And then the other one that I
Wow.
dropped, the first paid one, obviously not a lot of people want to pay for them, but it did very well. So the bottom line is like, there's really is like I don't really see like a ceiling. Like it's as much as you really want to make. It just depends on how much work you want to put in.
Last question I got. What do you think is the future for content making producers?
Man, great questions, Doug. Like, I think we're just getting started. I think we're really just getting started. I mean, it could seem like, like everybody's doing the same thing, I guess, but like I was saying earlier, everybody's unique in their own way, right? Got different flavors, different personalities for each channel, even though you're doing this, same kind of niche. I think we're just getting started, man. Like, obviously we've got a lot of guys in the community now that are really getting big. I think Simon just hit 600, you know what I mean? So like, and you look at other like niches across YouTube, you see these people are like, for example, tech, 11, 12 million subscribers, beauty, I don't know, 20, 30 million subscribers. So I think we're just getting started. So, I think we have a really long way to go. It's going to constantly evolve, so I really think it's just the beginning for sure.